So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing to get going, it's Herbert. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Another run here for Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Herbert now on first down. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cater Kohu. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field. And this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Williams going to throw on the first play. That is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Bears. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. Second down and 8. Now a play fake. Herbert to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Here's Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, now Herbert. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Herbert to throw for it on 4th down. Whoa. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and that will lead to a 2nd down. On play action now, Herbert. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, 8-yard line.
Herbert to the air again. That is caught to the goal line and in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be... So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's into the end zone. Roll Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
That's the gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On play action, it's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They do go for it. It's Herbert. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. Some more on the right side. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Now he'll run.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Number 15, a gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Moore going in motion. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss. Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And he's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this 1st half. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. He'll tuck it and take off. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. Williams. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Bears are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
To throw is Williams. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. To throw, it's Williams. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Williams. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's caught over the middle, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Herbert now on 1st down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Jermaine Johnson, the former 1st-round pick, in there to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Play action now. It's Herbert. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Moore going in motion. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's complete to the rookie 1st-round pick. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
He'll get it inside the 20. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Rome Odunze, touchdown Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year.
Makes the score Bears 31, Falcons 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On play action now, Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now a play fake, Herbert, and that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case,
and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
It's the turnover on down.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On play action, now Herbert. He's going to look downfield once again.
You just never want to overthrow an open receiver. If anything, even if the receiver just has to slow down a little bit to run under the ball, that's okay. It might not end up in a touchdown, but you're at least going to end up with a completion.
On play action, it's Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Bears. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Herbert. That one incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Your tight end motioning left here. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears add on to their already sizable lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really...
And And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are able to cut into the deficit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll go right and find his running back. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory.